Do.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the Geekdom Initiative. It is Tuesday, we are talking about loss, and I'm Ben, the head geek here, and with me is my main man, Talon. How you doing today, my man?
I'm doing great, sir. How are you today?
Doing well. Looking forward to talking about this episode. It's one of my favorites.
Good
I
episode for
believe
sure.
there's the first one where it becomes really dark towards the end, right?
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, definitely. It's also one of the first times where we see Jack struggling with being a leader, which becomes a theme of
Right.
Jack's, but this is really one of the first times we really see it. And
And
he's
then
not
the
very receptive to help. He's not a great leader in that sense where he doesn't take suggestions very easily either.
nope.
So
And then the first time we see Locke and Boone go off together, right?
yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Mm.
I forgot about that part because I was like, "Oh, this is it. This is it."
They win me in the hat. They win
Yep.
me in the hat.
Yep. Yep.
So what are your overall thoughts about this episode?
Oh, it's another solid episode. I think. Yeah, for sure. I mean, we get a little more. We get more about Jack in this episode, and well, we get more about him and his father, and that whole storyline of the dad being maybe a little tipsy and
A little bit, yes.
a little bit, little bit, little bit, a little bit.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just watched Irish the other night.
Ah, good movie. Good, long but good movie.
What's that?
It's a long but good movie.
Oh, it's long, but yeah, yeah, it's a great movie. Yeah, it is a little weird though seeing
And
them
that's me.
old and trying to play young. It is sometimes a little
Yeah.
weird, but I still love it.
Especially he makes good movies. He may say stupid stuff sometimes,
Yeah.
but he makes good movies.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
A lot like James and Cameron, but we're not getting into that right now. Man.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not. You know what?
You
I'll be
know,
the first one to say it. That new trailer does not impress me.
you know what? I'm hearing a lot of people say that.
Yeah.
Like,
And again, it still looks
you know,
beautiful. Yeah.
what's the goddamn story?
I have no freaking idea, dude. I have no idea what the story is. Zero.
Nobody does.
Yeah.
And I bet that was a Cameron decision. I bet he was like, yeah.
It has to be a Cameron decision, right? I mean, do you think he's going to let somebody tell him what's in his own trailer? I don't see that happening.
No. He pisses me off. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about this.
Sorry.
Great.
No, sorry. I literally just saw it today, and I was just like, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, I felt the same way. We saw Charlie going after Ethan in this episode. What did you think about that?
Charlie can't fight.
Nope.
Charlie can't fight at all. Yeah, no, I mean, I think Charlie is liking Claire a lot, and he's got a little bit of that. I want to show him a tough guy in him, and unfortunately, he's going up against somebody that's obviously a little trained in this area.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
It's
unfortunate, but I tell you what, I do love the passion. I love the passion from Charlie in this episode because he doesn't give up. He doesn't.
This is like the first one we see how much he really is starting to care about Claire, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely.
This episode say it's more than a crush. He's starting to have really hard, deep feelings about her.
Yeah, well, he feels protective over her at this point. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So, no, I definitely think this is the first time we really see it. Yeah.
Now, next season, he becomes a little team protective in those certain episode. We'll get there, man.
Look, we gotta give him a little bit of a pass, man. Their brains are fried on this island. I mean, he loses himself a little bit. I don't blame Charlie. I still love Charlie.
Yeah, I don't blame him. You gotta love Charlie.
I'm messing around. Their brains are a little fried. They can't be perfect all the time. All right, he's as good as you're gonna get, man. He's as good as you're gonna get on a brain fried island. He's trying.
You know him or Mr. Echo. Who do you want? Who would you rather?
Dude, I love Mr. Echo. I really do love that character overall. I really like that character a lot. Yeah. Can't wait for that. I can't wait for that storyline.
Yeah, me too, man. Me too. What did you think of Sawyer in this episode?
Hey, Sawyer. I do like that little. I do like that little exchange with him and Walt, where he's like, "I can't believe I'm getting the 6 o'clock or the whatever the nightly news from a 6-year-old." He's like, "I'm 10." I did like that little back and forth. That was fun.
I think it was the first time we've seen the two of them together, right?
I think so. Yeah, I think you might be right. Yeah. I think you might be right. Yeah.
I think we've seen Sawyer with Michael, but I don't think we've seen him with Walt.
Right. Yeah. No, I think you're right. Yeah. I think it is the first time. I just like the line. I think it's a great line from a 6-year-old. He's like, "I'm 10." Because Walt's one of the other ones. He doesn't take shit. Walt doesn't take shit from anybody. That's one of the things I like about Walt. Is even though he's a kid, he doesn't take shit from anybody. So I like him for that.
And it sucks they couldn't use more of Walt.
Yeah.
Like kid had to go like kid went and had to grow like 6 inches, and that's for the rule between seasons. That's why
he definitely looks a lot different between seasons. Yeah, definitely.
They had some really interesting stuff.
Yeah. It sucks too because I really like him in this season. The actor that plays him, I really like him.
They were building up some really interesting stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Walt. Don't forget, towards the end of the season, Walt and Locke have some interesting back and forth too.
Sure. I see, because I thought so. Here's kind of what I thought, and I don't mean this in a literal way as far as like, I thought that because I kind of had a feeling with the backgammon and all that stuff, they keep talking about the light and dark, and we get the stones in the cave when they find the people in the cave. We get the white and dark stone. So I thought they were setting up, or it feels like they're setting up where Locke would be the light and Walt would be the dark. Do you know what I mean?
Or the other way around.
Or the other
what
way
would be
around.
the
Absolutely. Yeah, no, or the other way
yeah.
around. Yeah, absolutely. It could go either way. I agree. Yeah. But do you know what I mean?
But
Where I thought
no,
those two were
yeah,
going to be like the main like balance of the show was them two. That's because that's kind of how it feels.
it felt like that, but again, they couldn't do it because I can't
Well,
do, yeah.
sure.
But
Because
I
Wolf is
kind of
definitely
like,
like the pure heart, where then Locke is like the sort of he becomes sort of the older, grizzled, yeah, type
I
of.
kind of like how it turned out though. I like that it
Oh,
was
sure.
Locke and
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Jack by the end of it.
Yeah.
You know, they had a really, you had a man of faith and you had a man of science, which I thought was
No, that's a good one too. Absolutely. Yeah. No, this show could have did a lot as far as that with religion and science and things
yeah.
like that. They could have really did a lot of cool stuff with that for sure. Yeah. I don't think all of it, I don't think they quite did what they wanted to do either. So it's kind of, we don't really know what they wanted to do. And so
Well,
kind of
what
hard
do
to
you
judge them.
think? I'm sorry?
I say it's kind of hard to judge them when we don't really know
Right.
what they really wanted to do. So.
Oh, I was going to say this. Kate isn't in this episode all that much.
No. Yeah, I mean, well, we get a little bit with the tracking. I mean, she's there for that part, but that's really it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, true.
She's not used for really much of anything in
No.
this, except for Kate can track, so she's useful.
Yep.
That's really kind of all she was there for. It's like, we didn't know she could track too. Even Lot, I like that scene a lot because everybody's just kind of like, so this is part of her thing. She can track too. He just stops and he's like, so that's a new thing. They split up after that, but yeah, it's just that seemed like such a almost like a fourth wall break type scene. Do you know what I mean? Where they were just like telling the audience too, like, yeah, we're just adding this because we need them to split up at this point. So now Kate can track too. That's almost how it feels.
What did you think about them about Jack finding Claire and Charlie hanging? What did you think about that scene?
Well, dude, I mean, it's crazy because we don't know what the hell is going on. I mean, we just see Charlie hanging, and we have no idea what the hell is going on at this point. And that bruise around his neck is nasty. So he's been there for at least a few minutes. We know that. We know that. So yeah, man. I mean, this is such a cool episode, man. It really is a cool episode. It's so fun. I mean, it's scary because it really does keep the intensity. I mean, you are like, holy crap, the whole time, man. The first half is okay, but then that second half, man, you're just like on pins and needles, man, the whole time. Like, what the hell is going on here?
I'll tell you what, it does a good job making us hate Ethan.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And it's weird because we just met him. I mean, we don't even know this guy really. We just know at this point now he's an ass. Like, he took Claire. We don't like him.
That's what I find this show does really well. They introduce new characters fast, but they get to care about them fast.
Sure. Yeah. I agree.
Like, that's not really
well, I mean, what episode are we on? Was it 11? 10 or 11?
Something like that. Let me go. Something like that, I think.
Yeah. But I mean, we all, at this point at least, I mean, I'm all in on the characters. I mean, I know you are, but I mean, even as a first-time watcher, by this point, you're like, what, you know who you like, who you don't like, I think.
Right.
You know what I mean? Which at this point, I don't really think there's many not to like, though. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, I'm telling you, right now, at least, there's not one bad character.
Oh, there's not one bad character. I just mean, who I think at this point, the only person, you don't like Sawyer at this point if you're a first time watcher. You're probably not a
Right.
big Sawyer fan yet. And Locke is probably on the fence for you still at this point because he's very
Right.
weird in some episodes and then he's a really nice guy in other episodes. So you don't quite know about him. But other than that, everybody else is pretty much likable at this point.
Yeah.
So, and then you don't like Ethan
Right.
immediately. You don't like Ethan.
I
And I'll tell
think
you
he
what,
might.
I think you don't like Ethan at the end of the last episode with that creepy ass stare he does at the end of the episode.
Yeah.
That creepy stare alone is enough for me to be like, yeah, I don't like you. I definitely don't like you.
He's definitely a creep. I mean,
oh, he is really creepy in that one. That's just that stare he does at the very end.
yeah.
That cliffhanger stare that he does is just so creepy looking, man. He is so creepy.
And forgive me if I'm interrupting you for a second, but I believe this is the scene you were talking about.
Yeah.
Kinda,
Yeah, he's tying his shoe at that point. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, and again, I like that scene because even though he's a dick, he can't be that much of a dick because it's still a kid, and we know who Sawyer is, so he can't be like full Sawyer. So he has to say something there, but I like the way they play it with him.
Another person who went kind of sidelined is Hurley in this episode, right?
Yeah, he didn't have. Yeah, but I mean, that's kind of what happens. I mean, we know that. They have these episodes where we just don't see certain people, or a lot of the people, a lot of times.
Yeah.
Sometimes we'll have an episode where there's only 3 characters in the whole episode. I mean,
And you know what? Sometimes those are the best episodes.
Oh, they're great. Yeah, absolutely. Well, especially once we get later when they're. I don't want to get too far ahead, but when they're back and forth making the trade with the others, once we get to that point, and some of those episodes where they're in between, and it's just like Hurley or Jack Sawyer and Kate, or Jack Locke and Kate, or something like that. Those are pretty good episodes.
I love it when we meet Henry Kill. Remember Henry Kill?
Yes, I do. Absolutely. Yeah.
Henry Kill. Do you recognize that name?
I don't remember what they got it from, but I do know it's from something. I do remember.
I believe it's from The Wizard of Oz.
Is that what it is? Okay, yeah, I do remember. It was.
They say Henry. Yeah. I love that they do stuff like that.
Dude, Ben is such a manipulative. I love it.
When we meet Ben in season 2, you really don't know if you can trust him or not. You
have no idea.
Look, Techno Ben is a great actor.
Yes. Yes. I agree with you. Yes, because you don't know about him at that point. He keeps you on your toes for sure during those episodes. Yeah.
There's a great scene in season 2. They're in the hatch, and I think it was Jack or Locke, maybe both, gave him a bowl of cereal. And it's totally the end of the episode. And you can he's talking and doing which you can say, you can totally tell, oh yeah, he's playing them. He's playing them so hard right now.
Yeah. Well, and they do that a few times when he's in there where, something will happen or he'll give them some sort of information. And he just has this look of like, yeah, I could be completely messing with you. I could be completely messing with you at this point. You have no idea.
I can be an innocent guy.
Yeah, or I could be completely innocent. Yeah, right. No, absolutely. You go either way. Absolutely. Yeah, no, he plays it really well. Definitely. But you got to figure, too, how many times has he had to do that?
Right.
Probably many times.
And talking about the flashbacks for minutes about this episode.
Uh-huh.
You have to wonder how many times did Jack's dad show up to work drunk.
I would assume a lot.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's the issue. It's sort of, they play with it a little bit in this episode, but, when they're having the conversation about how, in one of the flashbacks where he's like, I was at lunch, and he's like, and how many did you have at lunch, Dad? So he knows it's pretty common that he does this, or at least it seems that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah. That's the thing with any profession, man. Once you become comfortable at it and you've been doing it for so long, you get you sort of a little, especially when you're given that type of freedom.
Yeah.
So it's unfortunate, but I think Jack does the right thing.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I think he does the right thing overall.
You really see I really enjoy the dynamic between Jack and his dad.
And we ultimately find out through Sawyer that he knows he did the right thing, which is a great thing.
I will get there, but I love that scene.
Yeah.
Well, I love that scene with Jack's dad and Sawyer talking.
Yes. In the bar? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of the best scenes in the show, I think. It's one of the most memorable scenes for me, for sure. Yeah, I agree.
Well, that will come later.
Man, they do such a good job of intertwining these stories later. Oh, it's just so fun how they do it, yeah.
What we find out, Claire's brother,
yeah,
I'm like, that's genius. That is genius.
Mm-hmm. No, I completely agree, yeah.
It kind of has a look at Learfield. Kind of.
No, you're right. No, you're absolutely right. Yeah.
And we hardly got any of the Kwans this episode. No Kwans.
I don't think they were in it at all, were they? I didn't remember seeing them at all.
No.
Yeah. Not even in the background.
But they were primarily Jack, Charlie,
yeah,
Locke, Boone, and Ethan episode. And each one of those characters were great, right?
Oh, I think so. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I think like you, I'm sort of in the same boat. I mean, there's a few times I think maybe the acting isn't the best in this show, but overall, there's not one bad casting and there's not one really bad character in this show. I mean, it's really well done.
I think that's pretty much it with the episode.
I mean, this episode was the one we were talking about that would kick off everything, but I forgot this one ends on a cliffhanger. I forgot where this one ends. So yeah, really the next one is where everything really kicks into high gear. So yeah. But no, it's still a fun episode though. It's not a filler episode. We get a lot in this episode, I think.
When you say that's what your nickname of the week is, I can't believe I'm getting the news from the 6-year-old kid.
6-year-old, yeah.
Yeah, when you say that's what your nickname of the week.
Yeah, I think it counts because look, he's not going to go crazy and give the kid like some super like offensive nickname. So like he would with Hurley or somebody else. So he's not going to do that. So yeah, for the content, because we know who Sawyer is, so it makes sense that he would go very light in that. Yeah, I have no problem with that. I thought there were more of them earlier in the seasons or in this season. I guess he doesn't really kick into high gear until next season, end of this season, next season, I guess, when he starts going like crazy into them. Because there's a point where
Right.
he's just not. That's all he does is just call people by like crazy names. He doesn't even use anybody's real name at all, ever.
Right.
So.
I mean, yeah. Right. Okay. It was a good. I remember there's one episode in season 3
Yeah.
where I think it's Hurley. Hurley makes a bet with Sawyer. And Hurley wins a game. Sawyer can't go a week using no nicknames, and he would have to use everybody's real name. Do you remember that?
I do remember that. Yes. 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 Yep.
Yeah. And I
Yep.
think that's season 3. If I'm not
Okay.
mistaken.
Yeah, that's such a fun. It's getting good again. I'm excited, man. I love this show. So this is fun rewatching it again.
We'll be here next week for season 1, episode 12, whatever
Absolutely.
it takes. And they're known as the gun episode. I think that's the episode where they find all the guns. Or
Yes.
some of the guns. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Some of the guns. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're getting
All
really
right,
close.
man.
Oh man, we're getting really close to a lot of things happening. Actually.
Yep. I think we're halfway done. We're in
Yeah.
season 1.
25 episodes. I saw it tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, 25. So we're about halfway.
All right. Man, why don't you tell everyone where they can find you?
Yeah, so you guys can find me on Twitter at Jedi Master Tuck. You guys can find me on, here every Mondays doing Fellowship of Geekdom, every Tuesdays doing Geekdom Initiative, every Wednesdays for Jedi Academy, and then every Sundays on Geekdom Uncut. You guys can also find me in the Facebook page. And guys, we are now in Discord also more, so please look for us in Discord. But guys, please still like and subscribe to the channel. We're still trying to push for some more subscribers. So yeah, guys,
We're at 118 as of today.
that's awesome, man. So yeah, we're moving up pretty quick now. It's really good, guys. Thank you guys for the support so much. We really appreciate it here.
And you guys can find me right here on the shoulders. So I mentioned on Tuesdays on What Are You Watching? The show where I have a guest on and we just talk about what they have been watching. Guys, I'm not going to tell you who, but I just filmed one of my favorite episodes. And it will come out this Tuesday on Thanksgiving Day. Be on the lookout. And
Guys,
so
watch
fun.
this episode. Watch this episode. Seriously, guys, look out for this one.
Before you eat your turkey, before you have your wine, watch this episode. You'll be happy.
There you go.
And we keep them on Fridays and keep them on Sundays, guys. We'll see you next week on the show. Until then.
We'll see you tomorrow too for the Andor finale. Oh, guys.
Snap.
I think I'm just going to skip this one. I don't need to see the finale. I mean, we know this is the best show. We don't need to see the finale. I mean,
who watches the Cowboys show, right?
He dies at the end. We all know what happens.
Yeah, we know.